All right, guys. Well, we just got a couple things that dropped for Osgood Perkins' upcoming film Keeper, which is dropping next month in November. So we've got a clip here that came out of the IGN Fall Fan Fest, and then a new trailer, or it looks to be a new trailer. So let's go ahead and jump into this article by Alex DiVincenzo of Bloody Disgusting. The headline reads, "There is no escape in Osgood Perkins' Keeper clip." And yeah, I'm a massive fan of what Oz Perkins has been doing. I mean, Longlegs specifically, I love the way that it looks. I adore that movie. I know that it didn't quite hit for everyone. Even if you didn't like the story, I think the acting was superb. The cinematography and the camera placement, the use of, stationary camera and then just, very, very purposeful camera movement. I quite enjoyed that when it comes to Longlegs. So I think Keeper has got this, man, the way Neon does their advertising, their marketing, they really do a good job at building this mystique, because it's very difficult to tell what Keeper is really about. Maybe we'll get a little something here in this clip, I'm not sure, but I'm very excited for this film. And Oz Perkins is one of those, directors that I'm paying a lot of attention to lately. So I'm curious to know what you guys think, whether you're hanging out in the live chat, let me know there. And if you're watching after the fact, jump on into the comments, give me your thoughts on Oz Perkins and, what you're feeling and thinking about Keeper. And let's just go ahead and jump on into the article here. A locked door, a dead phone, a creature in pursuit. There is no escape. If today's trailer left you wanting more, get another taste of Keeper in the clip below, courtesy of IGN. The latest dark trip from director Osgood Perkins opens in theaters on November 14th from Neon. Tatiana Maslany and Rosif Sutherland star. It follows a couple as they escape for a romantic anniversary weekend at a secluded cabin. When Malcolm suddenly returns to the city, Liz finds herself isolated and in the presence of an unspeakable evil that unveils the cabin's horrifying secrets. And Nick Lepard, who wrote Dangerous Animals, wrote the script for this one. And yeah, it's been shrouded in secrecy. So let's see what this clip has to show us, and then we will check out that trailer afterwards. So let me cut the music here, and we will get into this clip. There we go. All right, let's check it out. Okay, all right. I'm just going to replay it one time and talk about it here, and then we'll jump on over to the trailer. Not much there. Although I guess we do see that there is a physical entity involved here in Keeper. Yeah, I mean, there's, gosh, is underwhelmed the right word just because we don't get much here? I'm sort of like, as a fan of Oz Perkins and everything, I'm just sort of struggling to see, what this really brings to the table as far as getting people more excited for the film. I guess that we know there is going to be some on-screen physical embodiment of whatever this evil is that's in the cabin. But it's, not really enough to get too creeped out, and not so little that there's nothing here. But there we go. Now let's jump over to this article by Megan Navarro. The headline reads, "Creepy new Keeper trailer features high praise from horror heavy hitters." So there's a look at a little something that doesn't look like whatever the creature was that we saw in that clip. So let's just go ahead and scroll on down and watch the trailer, since we've already, discussed the film and everything like that. So let's see what we got here for Oz Perkins' Keeper. Brand new official trailer. I think this dropped yesterday. So let's go ahead and check out what we got.
I don't wanna play in your yard. I don't like you anymore.
Can I trust this man?
You'll be sorry
Can I trust this woman?
when you see me.
There's something special about you.
safe now. I want to go back to before.
Yes, okay. That I like that a lot more than the little clip here. So let's take another look. This has got, man, so I love his like color schemes and everything, like the red and black with long legs, and then we've got this really interesting like icy bubblegum kind of blue, almost like Dia de los Muertos like blue going on here that just sort of glows. You know, a lot of these shots we've seen in that original trailer, but there is way more of the showing of the, you know, the physical embodiment of whatever this evil is. So still a lot of mystery in this trailer, though. We don't really know how that's connected to our lead, the lead that Tatiana Maslany plays here, but it also looks like there's some sort of, I don't know, is there a connection to other people that have visited this cabin or been on this property? There's just a whole bunch of fun mystery here. We've got these quotes, you know, Guillermo del Toro giving it some praise, James Wan and Damien Leone as well. So yeah, I just love what Oz Perkins brings to the table as a creative voice in horror. I think it's no matter what he does, I'm always interested in seeing what's going on, and this looks pretty damn awesome here. I'm very, very much looking forward to Keeper, and maybe I'm looking extra forward to it because Black Phone 2 was a little bit of a letdown. And you know how we are. I can't wait to get hurt again. You know what I mean? So I might as well build up the hype train on another movie and then be underwhelmed. I'm trying to, you know, always temper expectations and all that kind of stuff, but this does look really good, and it looks different from the monkey, and honestly, it looks different, you know, from Longlegs as well. So I'm really excited about this one. I'm curious to know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the live chat. If you're watching after the fact, jump on into the comments. Let me know your thoughts down there. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share the channel with someone who you think would dig this kind of content. We're trying to hit 2,000 subs before Halloween here, so every little bit of that helps. And we're going to be covering horror news all the time, sometimes a couple times a week. You know, movies, TV, comic books, whatever, video games. As long as it piques our interest or tickles our fancy here, we're going to cover it right on the channel. So make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing.